and we are at reading. Okay, please get your book or reading material and open to lesson 107, page
107.
659. And the head word is Holy Jerusalem.
Holy Jerusalem. Okay.
Uh,
Holy Jerusalem. はい。OK。Is Jerusalem a holy place for more than one religion?
very good.
Yes, Jerusalem is a holy place for more than one religion. Confess.
Confess.
Confess. If you are not able to do something, do you think it's better to confess the fact? Confess.
Confess the fact.
Yes. If I'm not able to do something, I think it's better to confess the fact. ショア seashore,
Seashore. Very good.
which is safer to build a house on the seashore or on the shore of a lake. It's safer to build a house on the shore of a lake than on the seashore. Why? Because the water because the
Water.
water is generally
Hammer.
calmer with smaller waves. I guess. Eh, How many how many hours do you guess the average
Hammer.
person?
The average person.
はい。How many hours do you guess the average person spends looking at the screen each week? Screen.
Screen.
I guess. Hmm? Each
Screen. Like a
week.
monitor screen. Like
Monitor
looking at
screen. Yeah.
cell phone screen, monitor screen. How many?
How many? how many? どのくらいだろう ?How many? How many?
Let's say 8 hours a day. So 40 hours a week.
Okay. 40 hours. 40 hours? Per week.
Hmm.
Give me another example of the expression, I guess, please. あんね
And that's a name of a girl. And
Anne. Anne didn't come to, came to, didn't
didn't come.
came
Didn't
to,
come.
come, Anne didn't come to work again today. I guess she's still ill. We spent about one,
Well,
100 euros
very good.
yesterday, yesterday evening, I guess. La,
Lay.
laid,
Very good.
lay an egg, lay the table. What's another word we can use instead of put? Another word we can use instead of put is lay. What are the three forms of lay? The three forms of lay are lay, laid, laid. What did I lay on the table at the beginning of the lesson? You laid your books on the table at the beginning of the lesson. About how many times a year do most birds lay their eggs? Most birds
Lay there.
lay, lay their eggs once a year.
Very good.
Who lays the table in your house? My wife lays the table in my house. Go through.
Go through.
Go through. Do you think it's po- pa-
Possible.
possible. Do you think it's possible for a person to go through their entire life without telling a single lie?
Single lie.
Single lie. No, I didn't think it's possible for a person to go through their entire life without telling a single lie. Why? Why not? Why not? Because hmm? every now and again, it it may be necessary to tell a small lie. Purpose to
Perhaps.
ah, perhaps
Mhm.
to avoid
Hurting.
hurting someone.
Very good. Okay, so that's the end of reading. Let's
Okay.
start revision. Okay, very good. Okay, so let's start. Here we go. What do the words backwards, forwards, and
Okay.
sideways mean? What do the words backwards, forwards, and sideways mean? The words backward,
The words backwards,
forwards, and
forward,
sideways mean
and, and sideways mean
towards the back,
towards the back,
towards the front,
towards the
and
front,
towards the side.
and towards the side.
And what am I doing? What am I doing? You're moving
You're
backwards
moving
and forwards.
backwards and
Well,
forwards.
what am I doing? What am I doing? You're moving
You're
sideways.
moving sideways.
Very good. What's my hand doing? What's my hand doing? Your hand's moving
Y- Your hands moving
upwards and downwards.
upwards and downwards.
Wait, count the numbers in English from 10 to 15 backwards quickly. Count the numbers in English from 10 to 15 backwards quickly, please. 15, 14,
15,
13,
14,
12,
13,
11,
12,
10,
11.
10,
Hand.
10.
10, 10.
Very good. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm counting the numbers.
I'm counting the
In
numbers.
English,
In
from
English,
10 to 15
from 10 to 15,
backwards quickly.
backwards quickly.
Wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? You're looking
You're
upwards.
you're looking upwards.
Very good. What kind of music irritates you? What kind of music irritates you? The kind of music
The kind of
that
music
irritates me
that irritate me
is
is a heavy metal.
very good. When you're in a restaurant, do you get irritated if people at another table are talking very loudly? When you're in a restaurant, do you get irritated if people at another table are talking very loudly? Yes or no?
Yes.
When I'm in a
When
restaurant,
I'm in the restaurant,
I get irritated
I get
if
irritated
people at
if
another
people
table
at another
are
table
talking very loudly.
are talking very loudly.
Very good. Okay, next. As a rule, do people in your town go out more on Saturday evenings than on Sunday evenings or vice versa? As a rule, do people in your town go out more on Sunday evenings than on Sunday evenings or vice versa? As a rule,
As a rule,
people in my town
people in my town
go out more
go out more
on Saturday evenings
on Saturday
than
evenings
on Sunday evenings.
than on Sunday evenings.
Very good. What kind of things do people often mention when they're telling you about a holiday they've just been on? What kind of things do people often mention when they're telling you about a holiday they've just been on? People often
People
mention
often
the
mention
weather, the
the
food,
weather, the
etc.
food,
when
etc.
they're telling you
when they are telling
about
you
a holiday
about the holiday
they've just been on.
they've just been on.
Give me another sentence with the word mention in it. Give me another sentence with the word mention in it, please. In the speech
In the
to his
speech
employees,
to his
Tom
employees,
mentioned
Tom mentioned
that there was
that there
a
was
possibility
a possibility
he might retire.
he might retire.
Regid, would you like to have the leadership of your country in your hands? Would you like to have the leadership of your country in your hands, like Prime Minister Shinji? Yes or no?
No,
I wouldn't like.
I wouldn't like
to have the
to have
leadership
the
of
leadership
my country
of my
in my
country
hands.
in my hands
Why not, Gigi? Why not? Because
because it's very
it's very,
it's very responsible,
it's a very big
very big
responsibility.
responsibility,
Yeah, so that's a noun.
responsibility. Yeah.
Responsible is an adjective. Like I'm responsible.
Uh-huh.
You're responsible.
Okay. Hi. Thank you.
Very good. Okay, next. Do you ever wonder what will happen to you in the future? Do you ever wonder what will happen to you in the future? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
I sometimes wonder
Sometimes wonder
what will happen to me
what will happen
in the
to me
future.
in the future.
Very good. What do you suppose will happen to you in the future? What do you suppose will happen to you in the future? I suppose that
I suppose that
I will be
I will
a
be
millionaire
mm, a millionaire
in the future.
in the future.
Right? Have you ever wondered why some people are rich whilst others are poor? Have you ever wondered why some people are rich whilst others are poor? Yes or no?
Mm, Yes,
I've sometimes wondered
I've sometimes wondered
why some people
why some people
are rich
are rich
whilst others
whilst others
are poor.
are poor.
Very good. Okay. Next, give me an example of the verb wonder used to make a request. Give me an example of the verb wonder used to make a request. I wonder
I wonder
if you could wait a moment
if we could wait a moment
while I make
while I
a
make
quick phone call.
a quick phone call.
I was wondering
I was
if
wondering
I could speak
if I could speak
with the manager, please.
with the manager, please.
Very good. Why are children more than filled with wonders than adults? Why are children more often filled with wonder than adults? I think the reason
I think the reason
children are more
children are more
often filled
often filled
with wonder
with wonder
than adults
than
is
adult
that so many things
is that so many
are new
things
to them.
are new to them.
Very good. Name me one of the seven wonders of the world. Name me one of the seven wonders of the world, please. The pyramids
The pyramid
is one
is
of the
one
seven wonders
of the seven
of the
wonders
world.
of the world.
Right? What's the most wonderful thing that has ever happened to you in your life? What's the most wonderful
So
thing that has ever happened to you in your life? The most wonderful
the
thing
most wonderful
that
things
ever happened
that's ever
to
happened
me in my
to
life
me in my
is the
life
birth of
is
my
the
son.
birth of my son. はい、
Very good.
is the birth of
I
my son.
remembered. What kind
Yeah,
of
thank
work
you.
do you imagine you'd get fed up with very quickly? What kind of work do you imagine you'd get fed up with very quickly? You get bored very quickly. I imagine
I imagine
I'd get fed up
I get fed up
very quickly
very
if
quickly
I work
if
as
if I work as
a
a factory
factory worker.
worker. はい。
Very good. Give me another example of the idiom fed up. Give me another example of the idiom fed up, please. I'm fed up
I'm fed
with
up
hearing politicians,
with with
with hearing politicians
hearing politicians
lie
lie
to the media
to the media
all the time.
all the time.
Very good. When do we put the word so, neither, or nor at the beginning of a sentence? When do we put the word so, neither, or nor at the beginning of a sentence? We put the words
We put the words
so,
so,
neither, or
neither,
nor
or
at
nor
the beginning
at the
of a
beginning
sentence
of a sentence
when someone
when
makes a
someone
statement
makes a statement
and we want to reply
and we want to
that
reply
the same situation
that same situation
is true for us
is true for
or
us
somebody else.
or somebody else.
Very good. If someone tells you that they would like some coffee and you would also like some coffee, what can you reply? If someone tells you that they would like some coffee and you would also like some coffee, what can you reply? If someone tells
If someone
me
tells
that
me
they would like
that they would like
some coffee
some
and
coffee
I would also
and I would also
like some coffee,
like some
I
coffee,
can reply,
I can
so
reply,
would I.
so would I.
Where if someone tells you that they couldn't sleep last night and you couldn't sleep either, what can you reply? If someone tells you that they couldn't sleep last night and you couldn't sleep either, what can you reply? If someone
If
tells
someone
me
tells me
that they couldn't sleep
that they couldn't sleep
last
me
night
last
and
night
I couldn't
and I couldn't
sleep either,
sleep
I
either,
can reply,
I can reply,
neither could I
neither could I
or nor could I.
or nor could I.
Well, how do we make this kind of short reply? How do we make this kind of short reply? We make this
We make
kind
this kind
of short reply
of short
by
reply
using the words
by using
so,
the words
neither,
so,
or nor,
neither, or
and by
nor,
putting
and by putting
the auxiliary verb
the auxiliary verb
before the subject.
before the
Where
subject.
if there is no auxiliary verb, which verb do we use? If there is no auxiliary verb, which verb do we use? If there is no
If there's
auxiliary
no
verb,
auxiliary
we
verb,
use do
we use
in
do
the short reply.
in the short reply.
Very good. Okay. Give me an example. Give me an example, please. Alex
Alex
live in a house
live in a
with
house
an indoor pool.
with an indoor pool.
So do we.
So do we.
Very good. Okay, now reply to the following statement. Imagining that the same situation is true for you, okay? Here we
Okay.
go. I can speak English. I can speak English. So can I.
So can I.
I won't go there. I won't go there. Neither will I.
Neither will I.
I am keen on jazz. I am keen on jazz. So am I.
So am
I
I.
haven't got a car. I haven't got a car. Nor have I.
Nor have I.
My mother lives a long way from here. My mother lives a long way from here. So does mine.
So that's mine.
My best friend doesn't drink alcohol. My best friend doesn't drink alcohol. Neither does mine.
Neither does mine.
Well, what do I mean if I say I can speak French and so can my mother? What do I mean if I say I can speak French and so can my mother?
So
If you say
if you
I
say
can speak French
I can speak
and so
French
can my mother,
and so can my mother,
you mean that
you mean
you
that
can speak French
you can speak
and your
French
mother
and your mother
can speak French too.
can speak French too.
Very good. Okay, that's the end of revision. Let's start new word. Very good. Okay, so let's start. Okay, repeat. Waste.
Waste.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word waste can be used as an adjective, a noun, and also a verb. As an adjective, we waste means
Ah,
unwanted materials. For example, we recycle waste paper or throw it away, like garbage waste.
garbage.
As a noun, waste is a bad use of something valuable that a person has only a limited amount of. For example, the kind of things I consider to be a waste of time are watching YouTube, playing mobile games for a long period of time.
Mhm.
Waste as a verb means to not use something wisely or properly. For example, I sometimes waste my money on bags. Hmm,
Box.
let's practice. What do we do with waste paper? What do we do with waste paper? We recycle
We recycle
waste paper
waste paper
or throw it away.
or throw with away.
Throw it away.
Throw it away.
Reggie, do you think it's a waste of time learning a foreign language which is little spoken in the world? Do you think it's a waste of time learning a foreign language which is little spoken in the world? Yes or no?
No,
I don't think.
I don't
It's
think.
a waste of time
It's a waste of
learning
time
a foreign
learning,
language
learning a foreign
which
languages,
is little spoken
which is little
in the
spoken
world.
in the world.
What kind of things do you consider to be a waste of time? What kind of things do you consider to be a waste of time? The kind of things
The kind of
I
things
consider to be
I consider to
a
be
waste of time
a waste of time
is
is watch the
watching
watching YouTube
for a long time.
for a long time.
Well, what kind of things do you consider to be a waste of money? What kind of things do you consider to be a
I
waste
saw
of money? The kind of things
the kind of
I
things
consider to be
I consider to
a
be
waste of money is,
a waste of money
like, let's say, gambling.
is gambling. Yeah,
Very
gambling.
good. Okay, why? Why? Because
Why? Why?
i-
Because
it's unnecessary.
it's unnecessary. Yeah.
Very good. Do you ever waste your money? Do you ever waste your money? Yes or no?
To have a waste of yes.
I sometimes
I
waste
sometimes
my money.
waste my money
On what? On what?
on
I
what?
waste my money
I waste my
on
money on on figure.
action
Ah,
figures,
correct. Action figures.
anime figures. Very good.
Yeah, anime figures.
Very good. Do you ever waste your time? Do you ever waste your time? Yes or no? I
Yes,
sometimes
I
waste my
sometimes
time.
waste my time.
On what? How? How do you waste your time? I waste my time
I waste my time
by
by
uh, watching too
what?
much animes.
Yes, watching
Very
too much animes.
good. Okay, next let's have American English vocabulary.
American English vocabulary. はい。
Okay,
American
so
English
let's have American English vocabulary. Okay, listen.
Okay. American English
English
vocabulary.
is the official language in several parts of the world, including UK and the USA. There are very few difference differences between the English spoken in the UK and the English spoken in the USA. But it is worth knowing a few words that are more common in the USA. We already know that American people say soccer for the sport that British call football, and the
ああ、
word vacation is used instead of holiday in the USA. We
USA.
have a longer list of nouns that are used mainly in the USA. For example, in the UK, full stop; in the USA, period. Okay, so I'm
うん。
going to give the English word spoken in the UK, then please give me the equivalent word in the spoken in the USA, okay?
USA。
Like,
はい。Okay.
okay, so here we go. Trouser, pants. Okay,
クラウサー
trouser,
クラウサ
pants.
ーパンツ。
Very good. Okay,
クラウサーパン
next.
ツ。あ、OK。
Full stop, period.
フルスタップピリオド。
Mobile phone, cell phone.
モバイルフォン、セルフォン。
Soccer, football.
サッカー、フットボール。
Very autumn, fall.
オータム、フォール。
Holiday, vacation.
ホリデー、ビケーション。
Very good. Mats, mat,
マス、
mat.
マット。
Very good. Flat, apartment.
フラット、アパートメント。
Chips, fries.
チップス、フライス。
Sweets, candy.
スイーツ、キャンディー。
Trainers, Snickers.
トリナス、スニッカーズ。
Very good. Okay, so let's next repeat. Light, lit, lit.
ライト、リット、リット。
Lamp.
ランプ。
Very good. Okay, listen.
ライト、リット、リッ
Okay, there
ト、
you
ラン
go. So light, lit, lit are the three forms of the verb to light.
プ。
Light,
ライト、
lit, lit.
ライト、
It
リット、
means
リッ
to
ト。はい。
start to burn or to make something start to burn. For
あと、
example,
バーン、
an easy way to light a fire is by using matches.
マッ
The
チ
word
ス。
lamp is a noun. It is something that gives light, especially one with a covering that the light shines through or around. For example, I prefer a living room to be lit with lamps. Okay, so let's practice. What are the three forms of light? What are the three forms of light? The three forms
That's
of
reforms
light
of
are
light.
light, Lit.
Light, lit, lit.
Very good. So we stop there for today, but
Okay.